Yo, this one got the whole internet talking right now because Big Meech just sat down for a recent interview and finally reacted to everything going on with Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty, and the diss record that got everybody in the streets and online picking sides. Fans are split. Some people are calling this a diss track and others are calling it a snitch track. Anyway, Gucci says, tell the truth. You went out like a real crash dummy after all of that and you still signed to me. He definitely goes in with more lyrics and tries to antagonize while also tell the whole story of what happened during the night where Pooh Shiesty potentially and allegedly put him at gunpoint. But now, what really got people talking is not just what he said about Gucci, is what he later said in the interview.
I got a question. If Big Meech gets robbed and has to report it to the police and talk to the police about him being robbed, does that make
do that? I wouldn't ever talk to the police about getting robbed.
There it is.
Because when Meech was asked if he would go to the police if he got robbed, he flat out straight up just said no.
Well, not to glorify the situation or take a side in the situation, because I love both of them guys. They both have real good crafts. Gucci being the OG, Shiesty being the youngster, representing young culture. YNs, so to speak. I don't think he was wrong for the signing, which I feel like Gucci should have signed him out the contract if he wanted, because Gucci been down that road before. But at the same time, the robbery part was wrong. Whether he had something to do with it or not, or whether his men just acted off impulse, that was the wrong part about the situation. But other than that, I hope both of them guys come out unscathed. Gucci reputation remain intact, and Pooh Shiesty get out of his situation. It's kind of hard being on supervised release, but yeah, I don't want to see him go down that road. He got a craft. He the next one in line to be the next NBA young boy. So you know what I'm saying. So I would love to see him, continue his career and just move past both of them.
And now the internet is immediately circling back to all of those long-running 50 Cent claims and online narratives where Fifth had alluded to Meech allegedly being the wrong person to even speak on the street codes.
I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the street.
You trick Cuff off the street.
I never folded, never told.
You
never
told Tammy to tell.
For the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up? When Vizzo don't show up? When all these don't show up?
I wasn't gonna address this.
Reading drops, man. Look at you reading it.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amaran Arena.
He can't even go. You on house arrest. You can't even go.
So for anyone just catching up, the whole Gucci Mane Pooh Shiesty situation has been one of the biggest street rap stories in recent weeks. According to reports and multiple outlets, federal prosecutors allege that people connected to Pooh Shiesty were involved in a robbery and kidnapping case tied to a studio dispute and contract issues surrounding Gucci's Man 1017 label. Authorities say what was supposed to be a business-related meetup turned into an armed situation where jewelry, watches, and money were allegedly taken. Investigators reportedly built the case using surveillance footage, phone evidence, witness statements, and digital records. So this wasn't just rumors online. This had become a full legal story. And then Gucci Mane responded the way Gucci usually responds, through music. He dropped this diss record that had everybody assuming he was addressing betrayal, loyalty, and everything that happened behind the scenes. But once that happened, the blogs exploded. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Big Meech was recently asked about the entire situation. And instead of being messy or choosing sides in an obvious way, Meech actually took a more mature OG stance. He made it clear that he still has respect for Gucci Mane as an artist.
You said that, you were cool with Gucci, and because of the whole So Icy record, and, we finally seen Gucci and Jeezy perform this song together on stage during the verses. I'm sure that a lot of people are, what is your relationship with Gucci Mane?
I mean, Gucci is he a real dude. I really can't say nothing bad about him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he went further than probably most people expected, including myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he became a cultural icon.
Yeah.
So I can't, really say nothing bad about him. You know what I mean? And he brought some people in the game. It's, if you look at his track record, it's some people that came behind him because of him.
Nikki Walker, a lot of people.
That's right.
Now, that line alone is important because this is Big Meech we talking about. When a legendary figure like Meech says he still respects Gucci, people take that seriously.
I got a question. If Big Meech gets robbed and has to report it to the police and talk to the police about him being robbed, does that make that? I wouldn't ever talk to the police about getting robbed. And there it is.
So yeah, he still makes it clear that he respects Gucci Mane, and that part stood out because Gucci Mane is one of the most respected Atlanta figures in hip-hop and street culture. So Meech wasn't coming from a place of disrespect. He was more so saying he still got love and respect for Gucci. Now that answer immediately sent social media into a frenzy because now people are connecting that answer to the ongoing conversation about Gucci Mane cooperating with authorities and the Pooh Shiesty case. Now let's be fair here. There's a huge difference between personally calling the police and authorities building a federal case with surveillance footage, witnesses, digital evidence, and warrants. Because in Pooh's case, reports say investigators had surveillance footage, phone records, social media evidence, and multiple defendants involved. So now the bigger question becomes, was Meech simply speaking from an old school street mentality, or did his answer unintentionally pour more fuel on the 50 Cent narrative? Because let's be honest, anything involving Big Meech, Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty, and 50 Cent, the internet is never going to keep it simple. This is bigger than just one interview, and this is about reputation, street credibility, and whose version of loyalty people believe. Y'all, let me know in the comments, was Big Meech keeping it real, or did that answer open the door for more criticism from 50 Cent and the internet? Because this story is definitely not over.